Good evening. Hey, thank you. It's a pleasure and privilege to be here again this year as the head coach for our men's JV soccer team. Every year is just a blessing for me to be able to be a part of these young men's lives and just spend days and evenings and nights with them. They don't realize how much they shape my life as well as I hope I'm shaping theirs just a little bit. Like Coach said, we're more than just coaches. We try to be mentors. We try to be father figures in some manner if we need to. Because if all we're interested in winning is, then we failed these guys. And so it's my privilege to be able to be the head coach for this program of JV players. This year, we had a pretty rather successful season, I would think, with the team that we had coming in and that sort of thing. Overall, we were 11-4, and we finished 4-2 in the conference. In second place, we put ourselves in a position to win the conference by winning our last game, but things didn't work out for us, and so we finished second behind James Keenan. But I'm very proud of the effort these guys put forward. They didn't have a quit attitude in them at all. We played some very, very stiff competition this year. So I want to start introducing our players. First up, Mr. Sebastian Bateta. Sebastian is one of the coolest guys I know. He's got a lot of potential as a soccer player. And he's got a great smile, and sometimes you think he's just not in it, but he's just that laid back. So next we have Mr. Connor Brock. He's not here tonight. Mr. Andrew Bird. If I had a word to describe Andrew, it'd be determined. This young man has taken some bumps and some bruises, and at the end of the season, he had suffered a concussion, but worked very hard to get himself back to where he could play at least his last game. And he's just determined, and that's just his personality. And I look forward to what he has going forward in the future. Next, Mr. Jackson Carter. Mr. Jackson Carter was new to our JV team, came in as a freshman, but started every one of our games. A great defender, outside back, full of speed and technical ability. He's just got to learn how to run more than a mile without getting tired. Peyton Ellis, Aquaman. If you know Peyton likes to dive. I call him Aquaman. But Peyton's kind of our comic relief on our team as well. Never gets upset, always seems to have the same demeanor. A great defender as well. Look forward to what he has to offer for our varsity. Kevin Hall, the Bull. We named Kevin the Bull because that's the way he'll do. He'll go through you. He's not very gifted to go around you, so he'll go through you. But he works hard. Kevin, we would do these 20-yard sprints at the end, and Kevin will be one of the last JV players hanging right in there with the varsity. So he's got a great future ahead of him, and we're very glad to have him on our team. Connor Johnson. One of our captains, center back, sophomore. Connor was a good leader in the back, had his moments of frustration, but who doesn't? Fought through those, rose to the occasion and led his team in the back, and look forward to what he has moving forward to play varsity for Coach Spell. Caleb Kennedy, very quiet, but a leader on the field, great midfielder. Has played that spot for 2 years now. I look forward to what he has for us too on the varsity. I know he sees the game well, very gifted player when it comes to the game. Georgie Lamas, another freshman that came in and did great for our team. Midfielder, played many different positions in the midfield, very versatile, very respectful player. All these players are respectful, and just look forward and glad to have him with us as well. Connor Melanis. One thing I want to say about Connor is he's a sophomore, but this is the first year he's played high school soccer. So he wanted to play keeper, and so he did. Naturally, he played behind Andrew. Andrew had more experience, played more games, But near the end of the season, when Andrew suffered his injury and our record was on the line, our potential to finish conference championship was on the line, guess who had to step in? It was Mr. Connor Mulanus. And he did a great job. We got a win against Wallace. We got a win against East Dukeland. And that put us right where we needed to be. I always told him, you may not play, but you got to be ready when your number's called. And that goes for any of us. And this young man stepped up and did that, and I'm very proud of him for that. Moses Minya, my little spark plug. Look at him, smile. When he turns around, you see him smile. Smile on him, Moses. Give me a smile. Show me a smile, bud. There it is. Love Moses. You always have this player. You've heard coaches say you always have this positive player who brings life to your group. That's Moses for us. Always works hard, no matter where you play him. He's always going in 110%, carrying that positive smile on his face every day. I appreciate that, Moses. You keep that up to carry you a long ways. Tyler Reeves, another one of our captains. Hard worker. Let me tell you a quick story about Tyler. This summer, training, we're out there scrimmaging, running drills. All of a sudden, Tyler's laying on the ground, his legs going this way, his kneecaps going that way. So we thought, okay, Tyler will not play any this year. But this young man fought through that, went through his therapy, did everything he needed to do, came back, became quite an influence on our team, had some great games, and led our teams in a great way, like a captain should. Very proud of him for that. Looking forward to him on the varsity as well. Anthony Ruiz, there he is. He's hiding like he always does. He's real quiet. You have to look for Anthony. You're not going to hear him. Very solid soccer player, solid defender. Could always count on him. And I say, Anthony, now when you go in the game, don't be nervous. Just go play. And when he would just go out there and play, top-notch defender. Look forward to what he's got to come in the future. James, the best hair steals. James got the best hair on the team. But always a positive attitude. Always works hard. He's a team favorite. All the guys seem to like him, and I just appreciate the work that James puts in. When you put him on the field, you don't have to worry about him giving you effort because he does it. So that's very well appreciated. Austin Spell, another one of our captains, vocal leader. Wonder where he got that from. This happens to be Coach Spell's nephew, just in case you didn't know that. But he's a vocal leader, one of our captains. This young man played through a lot of pain this year. Had some things going on with his hip. He's a great liar. Austin, you feeling okay today? Yeah, I'm okay, Coach. And he runs out there on the field, and he's limping. And so, but he was very determined, very vocal leader. Appreciate that as well for our team. Mr. Reese Thompson, another captain, following in the steps of his older brother. Reese also fought through some injuries, and they're near the end of the year, but I would tell you, he would be at practice, his hand all wrapped up, he couldn't play. I guess he was standing right beside me coaching. I guess he was standing right beside me encouraging the boys. It was this young man. That's why he's a captain. Even though he couldn't play on the field, he was leading the team with his encouragement and with his words and with his presence. Estras, or Easter as we would call him, Vargas. We call him Easter because his name can be kind of difficult to say when you're hollering at him, So Estras was a hard worker. He had some success that he didn't think that he would ever come upon. I always told this young man, keep your head up. Keep your head up, look forward, good things will happen. Josue Villafranca, by far the best last name on the team. Just rolls off the tongue. This is his first year joining our JV team. He is a sophomore. A good player, worked hard, came in and not quite sure what to expect. He came in and gave the team some very, very good minutes and skill on the field. And so we look forward to him being on varsity next year. Saul Villegas. Saul, as we can call him. Great center back. Came in, great attitude. I would just say this, I hope you don't mind me saying, Saul's a little bit smaller now than he was when he first came. But that's an attribute to his hard work, his determination. He started the majority, if not the majority, of our games at center back and was a great force. Very positive young man. If I don't know, Coach Spell picked up on this too. If any of us coaches were having a bad day in any way, whether it's because maybe the game didn't go our way or something just didn't go right, this young man was the first one to come and speak to you. Hey, Coach, you okay? You good? That's why I appreciate having these young men in my life. And so that's a great thing, a great attribute, and I appreciate that about Saul and his great soccer ability. Mr. Matthew Warren, our 5th captain. The work ethic of this young man is unbelievable. He doesn't quit. He works hard. He's just got a certain drive about him. There will be times when you think, Matthew, you're about to pass out, but he wouldn't stop. But he's played the midfield for us as well. Great player. Going to add a lot to our program as he continues to move forward. And finally, Noah Westbrook. He's another Aquaman as well, another diver. So if we start a dive team, we usually got 2 people we can put on it. Noah came in off the bench a lot and played the wing position for us. And when he would come in, he would give us some great minutes, and he'd give us every effort that he had. He didn't get a whole lot of minutes like some other players did, and that goes for a lot of these players. But what I can say about him, as with a lot of them, when they did step on the field, they gave you everything you got. And as a coach, as a parent, as a spectator, that's all you can ask for. Just give me everything you got. And so each and every one of these guys did, and I think that's why we had the success we did, and that's why we're proud to call ourselves the JV Men's Soccer Dark Horse.